Hey, welcome on in to Be So Light. My name's Felicia, as well as Priestess Makala of the Spiral Light and Niana. So, welcome to Be So Light. Welcome all my new subscribers. Title today is Can You Feel It? Can you feel the energy? How many of you are feeling like what the hell is going on moment? How many of you are feeling that energy of OMG, if I can just lay here in my bed, just let me be here. As I don't have energy to do anything else. You're right on time. You're right on time. Right on track, right on time. So I want to come on here and talk about some very profound messages. I was going to come on, I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was like in this place of, no, we need you to do this, we need you to do that. And I'm like, okay. And yesterday it was all about being quiet, doing pressure points on my sinuses, working with them, oiling, releasing them. No infection, just irritated. I wonder why. Could it be all the crap that they spray in the sky? Yes. Yes. So I said to myself, okay, I'm just going to listen to spirit and just be. And it was right after I got my acupuncture treatment on it was on Tuesday. On Tuesday. Things were just so profound on that day. It was just like, it was so good. Dr. Tin Chow Herbs. I'm going to talk about her first before we jump into everything, because she is such, and I have to say it because it's my platform, she's such a badass. She is a doctor of acupuncture. She is just, no words can describe her. She knows her shit. Let's just put it that way. She knows her stuff. And she put together this product that I just was like, wow, this is intense. So I've talked about her bath bombs before, the mugwort ones, where it's just plain artemisium mugwort, and it's the same thing, pretty much like how I like using her mugwort sticks. And I remember I made the mistake once. And I slipped up and during a treatment, and I said, oh yeah, I went and got myself some smokeless artemisium. I got some smokeless ones. And she got this look on her face like, no. I go, what do? What do you mean no? She goes, she whips out, artemisium, you need the medicine, smoke this. That's what gives the healing of it. And I'm like, okay, Dr. Tin, okay. She goes, smoke it up. You want the smoke of it. And I'm like, okay. Smoke. I never again went in proudly saying, oh, you got myself the smokeless, blah, blah, blah. And I never again said it. It was like, yes, may I have the smokers? Kind of like the soup Nazi thing. You slide over. Can I get the soup? It was like, yes, I like to have the regular, traditional artemisium moxa, please. Thank you very much. So when I had my acupuncture done, I went ahead. Hey, lovelies, come on in. I went ahead and got another box of these because I was getting down to like 3 in here, and I was just like, let me see what I gotta do, and da 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 da. And so I just said to myself, okay, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm gonna work with my artemisium. So this information, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. You might want to get yourself some moxa. I'm not a doctor or anything, but I do believe very highly in my plant medicines and what they do. And moxa helps to shift your awareness, helps to shift your being, helps to shift you out of your made up thought process that you're running around in and giving yourself the narrative. Doing that, you haven't leveled up to your true self yet, especially if you're giving your power away to situations that are not for your highest good, and you're making it so, especially with this divine alignment that's going on right now that you're doing. Do I make myself clear? Do you receive what I'm saying? Because we don't have time to be a victim to anything. You got it? So, you either grab hold of your light and stand right, or you stay a victim to your old timelines of beliefs. So, this, this is thebomb.com. And when she told me, she says, I want you to go home, take a bath with this. And I go, okay, no problem. And she says, it's my own formula. I made this formula. And I was like, okay. So it comes out like this. Okay. These little, but this is pure plants medicine compressed as a bath bomb. So you take it, and you're going to have a little muslin bag that comes in, and you take it and you put it inside the bag, and then you can take it and put it in, steep it in hot water on the stove. So you take a gallon of that water. You don't boil it. If you boil it, you're killing all the essence with the plants. So you take it and steep it, and then you take that water and you're going to add it to your bath water. Okay? You put that into your bath water. So once you put it in your bath water, you take the plant itself in the muslin bag and toss that into your bath also. So now you got the plant medicine plus the tea of it and the bath water, and you're in the bath. You're in the bath. Yeah. And when you're in that bath water, that's the time when you're getting that clearing, and you're really getting out of that space. You're getting out of the heaviness of this whole planet. And especially here in California, because there's this net energy over us that keeps us in this suppression energy. You have to keep adjusting yourself and getting out of that. You have to keep saying it. And it's not only just here, it's anywhere where you're finding yourself looking up in the sky and you're noticing the streaking in the sky. You're noticing it looks really kind of dimmy-like. It's not really a clear blue sky. It looks kind of weird, that weird cloud covering stuff in the sky. That stuff, that's what I'm talking about. You have to keep checking in with yourself and telling yourself you don't consent to the energy. You don't consent. Because if you have not put that together yet and you're still running around being a victim to circumstances, and it's the energy patterns that you see that you're interacting with, you have to stop consenting to it. You no longer allow that into your space. And the way this works is when you're going through and you're doing moxa, you're doing the clearing. Now, in my book, my 2 books I put together on Amazon, you can find those books. Go to my webpage, galacticspirallight.com. And in my books, I talk about how I designed a needleless system so you don't always have to get the needles to do your thing. I developed that. I came up with it. It's a warming of clay on your meridian spots that helps you with your healing in your body. So I talk about that in my book. So, and I want to say thank you to those of you that purchased my book. I'm not one that's going to write 1,000, 2,000 page book, 500 page book. I'm not that type of person. I like to write things straight to the point, get in there, read it, get the info, get the upgrades, get the charge, get the info, and move into it. That's what I do. So I just wanted to share that, and you can go to her webpage, and I'm sure if you have something you want to order any of them, you want to try it, just say Felicia talked about you on her page, and you can go to Tin Chow Herbs right there. Tin Chow Herbs and Acupuncture. www.tinchowwellness.com. Okay? You can go right there and do that work. So, let's jump into today's topic, because I'm going to go ahead and give a disclaimer right now and prepare you for what I'm going to talk about. If you are not standing in your sovereign divine self and do not realize the power that you have within you, and you are looking for somebody to come and rescue you, you might want to leave this page. You might want to leave this platform. Because here in Be So Light, we know who we are, we remember who we are, and we encourage each other to keep going forward in who you are and to fulfill your destiny. Okay? So, with that being said, today when we look at our kin for our galactic calendar, today's energy, whoopsie daisy, here we go. Okay, it's the blue magnet eagle. It says, I unify in order to create attracting mind. I seal the output of vision with the magnet tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power, doubled. Your own power, doubled. Okay? Doesn't say being a victim to your own self. It says your own power, double. The color is blue. The planet is Jupiter. The chakra is the crown. The earth family is polar. Okay? Here is the message. True freedom is knowing your own mind. And therefore not being subject to automatic or unconscious impulse. Let me read that again. True freedom is knowing your own mind. And therefore not being subject to automatic or unconscious impulse. So this energy, we're working with the 7th dimension of self here in the crown. And it's the Sirius B52 hyperplasmic enlightenment energy. And it's 9th dimension connection today. So let me just break this down for you so that you will understand exactly how this is going to play out for you in your world, depending on how you are seeing yourself in your world. And I'll say this very straightforward and you'll get it. Whatever you are challenging yourself to believe in yourself, in limitation of beliefs, is going to get amplified until you change that thought process. Okay? That's how this works. So, now what I'm getting ready to tell you. So, yesterday, after I went and saw my client, did the body work on my client, came home, I have to detach when I work with people, get out of that energy. Don't stay in that energy all day. You detach. As soon as you're done, you detach, you cleanse, you get out of the stuff because, it's energy. So I'm back in the bath. And I'm noticing things playing out. Okay, so first we had Roberta Flack that passed away. I was like, okay, she started off the week. Then we had the young girl, Michelle, who died, the one that played on Buffy. I was like, what? Then today, we get Gene Hackman, wife and dog, found dead in their place. And then, as I'm just cruising through, and I do this because I just pick up info and I'm looking at what is the thing that's playing out, what's the message, because everything's coded. Okay. Depending on the level of coding that you walk with or what, some go super deep. I like to just go to the main parts, get the main highlights of it. And then if I want to go down the rabbit hole, I will. But let me tell you something. Some of the rabbit holes that I went down 4 years ago are just now coming in place now. That I already know about 4 years back. Before everything got locked down and you couldn't research it. And let me tell you something. Once you know, you know. There is no going back. I cannot unsee certain documents and files and stuff that I saw. I cannot unsee certain videos and stuff that I saw that were linked up to people in high places doing stuff. That was mind-blowing. I cannot unsee stuff that was shared in communities with each other as we went down rabbit holes. Okay? When you know, you know. And then because when you know, all of you have experiences because of the information you know, you try to go out and protect the ones you love. You try to tell them. You try to warn them. I even got warning from a military person in the flesh that told me, don't partake of anything that's going to come out, that's going to enter your body. We're getting ready to go take that out. Warned me before it all started coming out. Told me about it. I tried to go tell my family and warn them. Don't do this, don't do this, don't get this, don't take this, da 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 da. Oh, Felicia, what are you talking about? There you go. I think sometimes you're not really thinking fully. You're getting information. I wonder how you're thinking about me right about now. After I warned you and told you, don't do it. I wonder what you're thinking. A little too late now. But I could help you with that. transmuting process, because there's just something about when you have your near-death experiences and when you renew a contract to stay here and fulfill your mission, you have access to info through the divine, through your soul divine nature. All you do is ask for it, and it will be activated. So, as I was in the bath, I'm going through my mind and I'm saying, people just don't listen. They're either sleepwalking, being the walking dead, and they just don't get it. And so many of us are out there trying to, tell people, you know what? Here it is. Remember in the beginning, you tried to kind of dance around the side of it and you didn't come straight out and you didn't want to be abrupt and you didn't want to say it so meanly and you didn't want to say it straight out. You were just trying to figure out the best way to take the fucking cupcake and put the icing on it and present it in a gentle way. But you know what? It doesn't work like that because some people still just do not get it. Oh, but I guess they're getting it now. So here's the message that I got, and I thought it was so profound, and it made so much sense. Okay, you ready? I'm going to give you a few seconds to click off if you don't want to hear this, because I can't take it back after I say it. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few seconds to walk the hell off. Go somewhere else. Go get yourself some tea. Wait. Go look at somebody else before I say this. And then I want you, when I say it, I want you to sit, take a breath, and then watch how it comes to light. And watch your mind go, oh shit. Okay. So everybody talked about that game, Squid Game or whatever. I've never saw that show, never was been one to watch that. So I asked this question of, what are you guys all waiting for up there? We got ships here, we got stars, we got, we got certain beings coming, walking around, looking human, but they're not us. Okay, I get it. The answer being the old part of everything's coming down. I get it. Okay. So then I said, what was the whole point of that whole thing of 4 years ago, of it being implemented and given? What was the whole point of that? It took some time to make that, because I have books that are dated way back in 1960s, 1950s, 1970s that talk about COVID. And I'm like, what? It was mentioned back then? I was like, huh. So here's the deal. And you're gonna totally get this when I say it. You're gonna be like, OMG. So here's the deal. When that came out, it was a test. A big test. Big test to see who would stay in their sovereign God light, their divinity. Who would stay in it and own it, no matter what. It was a test. And then the ones that jumped in and partaked of the infiltration of it, no matter what lies they were given, threats, or whatever, or voluntarily just went and took it and didn't even stop there, just kept taking it and still taking it. Okay? The whole test was to see who would give up and let go of their light, let go of their connection to source. Who would fall prey to the one thing that governs this planet? Fear. Fear. And I must say, after Spirit showed me the whole thing, what an ingenious way to do reduction on this planet is through fear. And to run that test. And that test was going to show who still needed to be told what to do. Who will fall in line? And then the other set that said, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that, and da-da-da-da. And they went their own way, and they stood in their light, and they stayed there no matter what. Those are the ones they want on the planet. They don't want the ones that don't have a mindset to ask the questions of what, why, when, and where. Doesn't matter who you are. If you didn't take the time to ask questions or to stand back, or you allowed yourself to be bullied by friends, by family, because the narrative was fear running in there of never being able to see anyone. Everyone was thinking, oh, if I do, if I'm told, everything will be just fine. That's the problem. In order to be in this higher realm, you got to be operating from your higher God self, your divine self, which means you don't let someone govern over you. That was the test. And that was a big test, because that test covered, how can I get you to fall? How can I get you to crumble? How can I get you to believe that you have to do this no matter what? Do you know what my answer to my mom was when everybody in my family did? Well, I was told, well, and it was back in that time when everything was really hot. You can't come over and visit unless you do it. And I said, well, I guess you won't be seeing me. Because just because you decide to jump off the bridge doesn't mean I have to. Yeah, we didn't talk for quite some time after that. Because I have a mission. In my time of battle in 2000, when cells were all abnormal, and going through the visit with the angel of death, and then the true Christ coming, okay? Getting that, healing, and then saying I'm renewing, because the angel of death wanted one thing from me. Are you staying or going? He wanted an answer. And I said, I'm staying. So that was an automatic renewal soul contract for my mission, but in a different way. I was going to finish out whatever that Piscean energy was, but I was going to step into the Aquarian timeline. But I was going to have to let go of what caused the illness in my body in the first place. I was going to have to trust. So, yes, my lovelies, that whole thing was a big ass test because they wanted to see who would fall, who would follow and do as they're told. They don't want those because that means they have to take care of you. It's still the same system. You don't think for yourself. You're not creative. Da 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 da. But here's the upgrade. So if you did do it, you would be trying to figure out a way how to reverse it or how to undo it. And then if you mastered that, that was a passing. You took back your power. You took back yourself. You took back your light. You took it back. So when I got that message and I shared it with a friend of mine's, I told her, I said, you want to hear this message? I'm going to tell you what this is. It was a test. Da, 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 da. Same way I said it here. She got real quiet. And then I shared it with another lady today. And her whole face lit up. And she says, that makes so much sense. How else are we going to have a new world of creativity if you don't move the energy of the ones that just constantly siphoning and pulling? They never do their part. They always want someone to come and rescue them. Yeah, shocker, huh? Everyone would be thinking, oh, if you take it, you're saved and you're... No, it's the other way around. The ones that didn't are the ones they want. Makes sense to me. Makes a lot of sense. So does this mean like you're doomed and all this stuff if you did and blah, blah, blah? No, not unless you value your Christ consciousness and your Christ heart self, and you decide you want to flip it and say, I'm not consenting to this anymore. I'm done with this. There are some that still will not get it. They went back to sleep. And after checking in with my family this week, they're all not feeling well, colds, whatever. And I just said it. It's what you took that's causing interference. It's causing the problem. Complete silence. Didn't want to recognize it. Once again, it was, well, dear, you have a good day. No, no, no. Okay, bye. I'm going to say this to all of you that are healers, all of you that are the black sheep in the family, all of you that are the ones that they don't want to talk to you because you're different, because you say it like it is. You look at stars and planets and you do little magical things off to the side. They don't want to talk to you because you're different. You don't stick with the family curriculum. You see things the way it is and you speak out. You expose things. You the one that don't stay quiet when shit's going on in the family and you bring it to the surface. You know, those secrets. You the one they don't want to hear because they know you telling the truth. And that's it in a cupcake. With all the icing, with all the fixing, because you are speaking truth. They don't want to hear it because they know whatever's coming out of your mouth is soon to come into fruition. They know. Thank you for the love hearts. They know. So you know what? I made up my mind actually some time ago and said, you know, you can only warn people, you can only say so many things to people. If they don't get it, they don't get it. It's their journey. But I am very thankful I listened to my spirit. I am very thankful for the silent ones, hidden, and the ones that came forward and told me way in advance, don't do it. They were keeping me on my path, not to get caught up in it. And I remember when everything was coming down the pike with it, everybody was like, oh, should we do it or not? You know, when it comes to doing massage, when we work on people, should we do it or not? Hell no to the high no. I have one that was like fighting with herself to, it's such a hard thing. You know, what if people stop coming to me because I didn't do it? I said, well, how long are we talking about? Is this going to be a year thing, or is this, how long is this going to run for? Look what happened. All the ones that took that chance and did that, are you still in those jobs? Yeah. Was it worth it at that time? And it's like this now. You cannot put a price on your divine light. And if you don't know that by now, then may the journey continue for you to find out. You can't put a price on it. You can't. The way you showed up in this lifetime, if you had to fight to keep your breath of life to come into who you are now, you don't give that away to anybody or anything. You don't do it like that. That's yours. That's yours. Until you're done with your mission here on this planet. Period. You don't give that away so freely. And a lot of people did. A lot of people didn't have problems sitting in their cars in these long lines getting things up the nose. Hell no. I'm sorry, maybe it was a flashback at the time when I was in Egypt to know that that's not a good thing, because there was a lot of extraction things, how they would extract brain matter and stuff through that part of the body and put it into the jars. And before we, did the mummification, I'm sorry, I think I just had too much memory of that. But there are so many people willingly just, oh, yeah, I am. Really? How do you know? So, why do I mention this now? Well, lovelies, let me tell you. What do? So today we have a lot of, what is it, Pisces energy centering today in this new moon. All right. We have that Venus is supposed to be going retrograde, but we have Mars just go direct. It's like, no, I love you, but I hate you. I don't want to be war. I love you to death. We got bipolar planets. We're in the middle. I want to be loved. I want to be for. I want to be fighting. I want to be loved. I don't know what I'm fighting for. I want to be loved. I just can't give it up. You know. And then we got the moon saying, just chill, just be calm. Come on. And then you got the sun, make a change. Frying our brains. And then by the time you lay your human body down in the bed, you're saying, Jesus, I don't know if I can keep up with this. The hell? I signed up for this. Can I please get a freaking refund? Because, yeah, I'm about ready to get off this train. Train to Never Neverland. What the hell's happening? You know? So, now we got all this high energy coming in. And now, like last night in private group, we were all, I'm laying down right now. I have my labradorite on my chest, and I'm in a supine position, looking like I'm ready for my own special purple coffin to jet me off to the nearest timeline of recovery. As I feel as though my sinuses are congested, my muscles are aching, joints hurt, have no idea why. I don't feel sick. I'm still being awakened at 3 o'clock in the morning for the uptake of messages that I still do not know what to do with. But I'm integrating. Yeah. And everybody's feeling the same way. I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to lay down. I'm feeling dizzy. I'm feeling nausea. I have been, where did I put it? You know, back in the day when these came out, you know, the little crystal roll-on things. Well, if you keep the crystals and you just pull the little thing off, you can put new oil and stuff in it and make a new roller. So instead of buying, you know, some new roller out there that you see, and you keep it because this is the real crystal tip right here, you know, amethyst. So you just fill it up with some new oils, and I put basil, lavender, neroli, and a little bit of hemp oil in this. Yeah, honey. Yeah. I have to, okay, now, what do? I have to do these things because I don't need to end up on the news as special bulletin. You know, I might just be so special. I might be the little red bulletin at the bottom at 6:30. Talking about woman goes off because she cannot handle what's happening on the planet. Told the president, get your ass in gear and start moving things even more faster. Make things right faster. Make it happen faster. Get people out of all their debt faster. Bring the prices of the gas down faster. Bring the food prices down faster. Stop having these stupid rituals. Stop doing all these stupid things on the planet. Make it all happen faster, please. If we're accelerating, please get the job done faster. That's all. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to get another timeout, you guys, because I keep speaking out. I get those notifications from the you know, in the spirit realm, not spirit realm, but it's kind of like a council realm that deals with the Trumpster. And I'm probably gonna get a special, hey, Lady Flea, bring her up here. Get that Priestess Makala up here. She's down there wreaking havoc again. So what? I say it like it is. Don't you hate it? There's things that people, you watch people say things and it's the same thing that you are thinking and you're saying in your own mind. Let's get it done. We're in the 9th year. Let's just go ahead and complete this task. I don't care. Rip that Band-Aid off now. Stop giving us these little hors d'oeuvres of stuff that happened 4 or 5 years ago. And now you're going to let us know about it. And even further back. Okay, do I want to really know about all the stuff from Martin Luther King? Do I really want to know what happened with John F. Kennedy? Who really did it? Does that really make a matter right now? Is that person still alive right now? Is it all still covered in all the stuff that we're still dealing with? Yeah, but how is that affecting my life right now? What change is that going to bring right now for me and friends and everybody that's dealing with life as is every day? How is that going to help? Because as far as I'm concerned, that's nothing but a freaking distraction. And I can care less, really. And I know that might sound kind of like, wow, don't you want? No. I'm in this timeline. How is that going to help me here? What's it going to do? It's in Piscean time. It's not in this timeline. Yeah, bring me the knowledge, bring me the info, if I so choose to want to know it. Otherwise, I'm more concerned with lower my price of gas. Clean up the fucking air. Take those planes down that keep spraying stuff up there that shouldn't be doing it. Put tariffs on their ass. Take away their license to be able to do that. Get rid of governors in different states that's causing problems, that are not willing to let go of all their darkness. That's what I'm looking for. Get rid of that shit. Don't bore me with all the stuff of the past that's already happened. I want to know what we're going to be doing right now, where we're going. It's fine to know the history, but if you're going to give me that history, then fucking give me the whole damn history from the time it all started. What is the real truth of this land? If you're going to do that, tell me the whole kit and caboodle. Are you brave enough to do that? Because that would mean you would have a lot of correction to do with a whole bunch of people here. Are they willing to do that? Because otherwise, don't fucking waste my time with this bullshit. I'm sorry. This is what a divine upper being talks like. Don't waste my time, little being. Show me what you have to present to me now. How many of you are talking in that commanding voice? Are you feeling it coming up? Maybe that's why we're having voice issues, sore throat issues, this that crap going on. You're afraid to really say it. You're afraid to really speak on yourself, to speak over yourself, to empower yourself. Why don't you step into that and say it like it is? And don't have any apologies for saying it. Because I tell you what, a lot of people that I admire for who and what they do, they didn't sit quietly. They weren't being quiet. They weren't trying not to rock the boat. They weren't doing it. No. They said how they felt and they walked it. That's what time it is. Don't bore me with your past storyline bullshit. I don't care about that. I want to know what you're going to do for the people now. I want to know, as we, the divine ones, how you like that? How we now arrive. How we now sit at our tables. How we now see ourselves speak over ourselves, speak to ourselves in that higher way. I don't have time to be trying to figure myself out with people that don't give a damn about me. I don't have time to be aligned with that energy. I don't have time to be walking around trying to figure out how I should impress these people to gain their favor or their love over me. I don't care. I'm not here for them. I'm here simply to fulfill my mission and to align with others light souls that are on the same timeline, in that higher timeline, because together we get the job done. I don't have time for muck and mire. I don't have time for people who choose to just keep showing up and being a victim to themselves. What part of the spirit book did you not get? Turn to page 88 and please take the post-test and graduate. Thank you. Get it done. We have to speak high over ourselves. We have to walk with a voice of commandment. We have that. We're not settling for shit. We're not settling for these worn out, stupid stories that have plenty of time to be told to us. What makes this any different from that time to this time? And you now decide to tell me. That's like saying, oh, we're not going to tell her about the fact that she's actually from planet Zibarea. We're not going to tell her that. Okay? Okay. So now you move forward and you're having all this stuff, and now you're in a new timeline, and the same people that didn't want to tell you the truth in the first place are now the ones that are trying to tell you the truth, and now they turn around and say, by the way, you're from planet Zibaria. That's why you've been feeling off. That's why you've been feeling like things weren't working out right. You're from that planet. Why didn't you just fill me in from the beginning? What makes the difference of here and now? I'll tell you what the difference is. It's called control. It's called manipulation. Who has the information? Okay. But if you vet it out for yourself, you're already ahead of the game, so you already know. Did you, when you vetted it out and you found out, did it make that much of a difference? No, you just knew there's certain people you can't trust. You know how this planet really works. It runs by fear. False evidence appearing real. Fear. Fear is the governing energy on this planet. If you can get people to fall in line behind the word of fear, you have dominion over them. But if you have your own world and your own dominion of your world, fear does not exist there. Fear is not your enemy. And that's this next part we're stepping into with this next energy. Because whoever wants to narrate how everything's going to go down, they'll tell it in a fearful way. But what are you creating? What are you showing in your world? How are you showing up? I like what's happening in my world. You know, it kind of, gee, I need some sandpaper. Oh, look, thank you. It's purple. Oh, thank you very much. Gee, I need this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, wow, that just came in? Oh, I was just coming in today to get that. Thank you so much. I like that. That's royal treatment. You're not waiting for anything. It just shows up when you get out of the way and allow it to flow. And when you absolutely 100% step into that deserving and worthiness and you stop beating yourself up and being a victim to yourself, that's when you start seeing the higher timeline. And you start to have fun. And you start to just pay attention. You start to just listen to your body and say, you know what? It's okay for me to be here. It's okay for me to be still right now. It's okay for me to know everything is lining up. I see something I want. I don't have to worry about how the money is going to come for me to get that. I see that. That's what I desire. And it will just show up. This is the part we are new to in ourselves, because we have to break the old programming of timeline belief of that's how you used to think about it. And I'm going to wrap up with this, and this is going to get under some people's skin, but it's going to help you look at things, because as this planet takes in more and more of this light, your truth of who you are, what you've been dealing with, is going to come up. You're not going to be able to muzzle it. You're not going to be able to shutup.com. You're not going to be able to do that. Bequiet.com. No, you're not going to be able to do that. Don't speak of it.com. You're not going to be able to do that. It's just going to come out of your mouth. Your truth. Because it's like Wonder Woman up there with a big ass lasso of light, and she's just circling the earth and said, let everybody speak truth now. You're just gonna start speaking truth, and then you're gonna wonder why people are looking at you like, I just never known you to be like this, so direct. And all you need to do is just say, have you seen the amount of light coming in right now? There's no antidote for that. Yeah. So I want you to think about if you are going through a lot with a partner. Okay, either you're married, or you're going to be married, or you're with your boyfriend or girlfriend or your partners, whoever is in your life, and you look at what that person's presenting. They're showing you who they are in all the essence, just like you're showing them who you are. All right? Don't be mad if you finally make the final steps and you get finalized, or you get with that person and you try to act surprised like you didn't know this is how they were presenting themselves. They were showing you the whole time. You just kept ignoring it. You just kept thinking it would get better. And there are some people that for some reason they think when they get married it'll just be even better. No, it won't. Okay? Pay attention to the signs now and sit with that within yourself. And then if you're struggling in a relationship and one person's getting money in and the other person's not getting money in, you're out of balance. You got to stop consenting to that energy that is causing that out of balance. When you get married, it doesn't necessarily mean that you take on all the stuff of your partner. It doesn't mean you need to take that on. That's why when I look at now, when I think about marrying people, I really want them to sit back and just say, what are you willing to be committed to? How do you want to be committed? What do you not want to take on? That's a different perspective of divine union. In a divine union, each person is in balance with themselves. They're not looking towards the other person to fix them or to fill in all the places where they come up empty at. That's not what a divine union is. A divine union means both work in their capacity and balance, and they balance each other by coming together because they're both balanced on each side. They're not trying to fix each other. You're not trying to do that. Does that make sense? Because I know we have some very interesting things coming with this planetary alignment that's already starting. And from my point of view, what I saw as these planets line up is going to be creating this whole wormhole event. And it's going to be the clash of your timelines of past and future all coming, like it's going to meet in the center. You're going to be like, what the hell is this? And then all of a sudden it's going to go boom. What would you do if you were given the opportunity to just start fresh the way you really want to do it? No strings attached. No head trauma manipulations going on. No switch debate game. No clickbait here. What would you do? How would it be different? So as we're moving into this high frequency of energy that's coming in right now, and you're feeling it in your body, you're feeling how the crystals in your body are breaking down and moving out and expanding themselves, allowing more capacity of you to take in this light and integrate the codes. That's why it hurts. And if you have past pain areas coming up, painful, that old injury of whatever happened has to move out. So it's correcting itself. So yeah, you're gonna be uncomfortable. Your temple's getting updated. It's getting a whole new look. And you know you're doing good for yourself when you're allowing yourself to be, and you're not speaking over yourself with negative stuff. You're not spelling yourself negative. You're speaking good to yourself. And you're just getting and allowing yourself to just be in you and trusting you. Some of you have forgotten how to trust yourself. You're afraid to do it because you made some mistakes in the past. You bought the wrong things. You fell in love with the wrong person. You went down that road and oh no, Dorothy's not in Idaho anymore. And you're still feeling like you can't trust yourself. What are you going to do? How long are you going to keep holding on to that? Well, I'm here to tell you stop it. Knock it off. Step forward, please. We don't have time for the shenanigans of the past self. Get out of that. Thank me later. So, with that being said, I want to think about this. We're seeing a lot of and Trump used these words in a broadcast he did earlier, spiral of death. Why would you choose those words? Spiral is the beginning of something being created, but he says spiral of death. And Winston Churchill's bust is back in the Oval Office where it belongs. Is that really important to me? Or is that code? Just saying. All right, lovelies. I'm just giving you that info. I'm going to pull some cards for today. And I went out. I was trying to get my smaller box of Dandy Blend. And I ended up with this. Because I love my Dandy Blends. My Dandy Blend is so good. It's all about what they got in here? is all about the wonderful roasted barley, chicory, and dandelion extract that's in here. So it's really good. And I like to put a scoop of Coffee Blast ice cream in it and make it a latte from Trader Joe's. So fucking good. Then, while I was there, they had all these other things because we're hitting allergy season. And she says, oh, I put those on a discount thing. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So she had my favorite sinus stuff out. And I was like, hey, I like that. This is some good stuff. Works really good for your allergies. I'm like, yeah, we're approaching allergies. So now I'm not a doctor. But I tell you what, I just love it when I run across good deals and they have everything I'm looking for. So, with that being said, any questions? Everybody's good. So just watch, pay attention, how the energy is going to be flowing. We're going to look at the star codes, and then I'll pull the center star code key for the center. The time is 222. Yeah. Yesterday was all about, oh my God, I'm just going to lay here. My sinuses are, and it's not, they weren't inflamed. It was like I can just feel the pressure and how sore they were. So, and then I had other members were talking about how nauseated they were. And I said, you know what? Put some oils behind your ear right here. Right there. Put a little bit of peppermint or some spearmint oil right there, and that'll help with your nausea. Anoint your belly. Do a nice belly massage with some nice warm oils on your belly. I don't know. Maybe just kind of get into the spirit of that. I just love this thing. You just want to feel magical. You just grab the ball and just let it start boiling in your hand and make you feel like you're hot mama. Anyway. All right. Let's look at a portal, and then we're going to look at a crystal grid. How about that? Let's do that today. I'm feeling like that is what is needed. Oh, well, that's just lovely. Yes, first thing first. Yes. Take care of people first. And stole my power, speak to you. No, we don't do that. Nobody steals your power unless you allow yourself to think that you're powerless. We don't do that stuff here. So, if you send me a message saying and it looks kind of far off, and I'm gonna look at that like, what? I'm not gonna respond to that. If I say something to you, then I help you to keep that true for yourself. I'm not that kind of person that's going to help you keep that true for yourself. I won't do it. Greetings, lovely. I am like people's, a lot of people who have taken trainings from me, teachings from me, were my students. And my first thing to my students is, do not ever say, I don't know, to me. Those are like the worst words you can say to me. I don't know. If I ask you a question, I said, well, when did all this start? When did you notice this was going on? And you turn around and say, I don't know. I'm going to lean in real close to you. And I'm going to say, that's not true. I want the truth. When did this start? You just don't say those things, because I'm going to make you look at yourself and get to the root of your issue. If you're not ready to do that, don't email me. Because I will make sure you get your money's worth and then some. Oh my. Yes, let's okay, progressions number 56. We have journey. Yes, let's just get stepping into that journey. We got the journey going on. Yepper. What turns the key? The 11th house, community. Number 49. I love it. What's turning that key? I love that. Community. Look at that. That's the star code message. And then we have number 2. Taurus comes up and says, oh, but we're going to cultivate. Oh, we really? We're going to cultivate? We're going to cultivate. Okay, and in the gridding of the star of the crystals, we have number 14, deep healing, azurite and malachite. Nice combination. Nice combination. And then the second one, we have number 54, the key. The key came up again. Being the key. The key to the self. Our portal activation as we step through this alignment, it's going to be third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. So when this starts hurting all up in here and then down in here and here and here, and you press on it and it's really sore, and you decide you're going to kind of massage this, just take some light castor oil and maybe a little bit of eucalyptus and just massage into these areas and just keep releasing it, because this is all connected to here, all the way down here. Then it's like here, 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 boom, boom. These 3, okay? So you got that third eye activation, pulling that in for you. Oh, they're making new deliveries. All right, lovelies. I will send you off with, tomorrow we'll do some other reads. All right, lovelies. Be good to yourself. May you stay true to yourself and be true to your light. And may everything that comes to the light stands right for you. So, just know today, things that I said were messages, and purely, if you sit with it, it makes a lot of sense. And just know anything can be changed in the body. You just have to be willing to change it, to give yourself permission, and to take back your power. We all have choices. Every single one of us. We all have a choice. I had a choice. Hell, the angel of death visited me 3 times. I have a choice. And I chose to stay, to fulfill what I came here to do. You got a choice too. Allow yourself to just pick it. Be true to it. All right, lovelies. Thank you for the love hearts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the soul light. Have a great day.